Too close to retirement, but everything has changed. All right, so Judy writes in, and I asked her if I could use this for a video, and she said, yeah, absolutely. This is horrible, man. Let's just read it. All right, I've been watching all of your YouTube videos recently, and I find the information useful, even though it may be too late for me. I was hoping to retire and spend some time traveling with my husband until the world turned upside down. Since we were unable to travel because of the pandemic, we decided that I should continue to work from home and build our savings. We planned on me retiring in another year when I was at my full retirement age of 66. My husband was 77 and was on Social Security, and he had 2 small pensions. He was diligent about getting the bills paid off, but we didn't get the house paid off. Both vehicles are paid for, and other than the house, we have no debt. All right, so this is last year in 2020. All right, so they wanted to travel. She was going to go travel the route, sail the seas of cheese with her husband. Pandemic came in, so he said, hey, might as well just keep working. Fast forward to May 2021. My husband passed away due to complications of a heart issue. Complications of a heart issue. Now, he was 77, so there's lots going on there, but I just wonder if it had anything, she didn't say, I just wonder if it had anything to do with, you know what, the Maxine Waters. And she said she wasn't able to draw on his Social Security because she was still working. I get that. And she's not her full retirement age anyway. Let's see here. I don't have anything in a Roth IRA, and my income was cut in half because she lost his, she's living on her salary without his Social Security at this stage. I have $270,000. She says I only have $270,000 in a traditional IRA, and she'll start receiving her survivor benefits in February. All right, good. If I start drawing down on my own record, it'll be a little bit more than his. Don't do that, Judy. Just draw on your survivor benefit and allow yours to grow with delayed earnings credits. We'll continue to talk about that. I have a budget, so I know where I sit on a monthly basis to maintain our house, but now I'm nervous about withdrawing any of my IRA because of the widow's tax trap. Doesn't seem that I can convert to a Roth at this point. No, you shouldn't be converting to a Roth, but we'll talk about it. If I retire and give up the $68,000 salary, I will need to dip into my savings or start withdrawing from my IRA to pay my mortgage and utilities every month. Do you think I should keep working to get the house paid off? I can't seem to get the math to work in my favor if I retire now. All right, should welcome any suggestions. All right, so here's the issue with Judy here. She's going to get her husband's benefit regardless of what it was. Now, I don't know what it is. My hair itches. My dogs are all climbing on me, so I have all the dog hair and stuff. We don't know what the benefit is going to be, but she knows for a fact her benefit is higher than his. So what she should do, she's 66 come February. What she should do is she should wait to claim her own benefit until she's 70 to give herself those 8% per year delayed earnings credits. All right. Now she will get, let's just say, for instance, her survivor benefit is $2,000 a month and her own benefit is $2,200 a month at her full retirement age. You got to stick with me here, my friends. Her survivor benefit is $2,000 a month. Her own retirement benefit is $2,200 a month at her full retirement age. Unfortunately, I don't trust that the good folks at the Social Security Administration is going to tell her what to do because they'll say, oh, you can take your own benefit, it'll be more. No, don't do that, Judy. So we take her $2,200 a month, and she didn't tell me what that is. I'm just assuming that. Times that by 1 point, she was 60, well, we'll just say 1.3. That'd be $2,860 a month when she's 70, in basically 4 years, if that makes sense. Roughly $2,860. All right, so she takes her $2,000 a month survivor benefit, allows her own benefit to continue to grow with those 8% per year delayed earnings credits. And essentially what happens when she's 70, she'll swap in her survivor benefit for her own retirement benefit, which will be 50% more almost than her current benefit that she's getting off her husband. All right. That only gives her $24,000 a year. I don't know what her expenses are, but you know, it sounds like she has $270,000. I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know what her expenses are. Let's see here. Does she give me any more information? She says she thanks me for my service. Hey. My oldest grandson is in the Army in New York. I presume he's at Fort Drum. Fantastic. 10th Mountain Division. All right. So I don't know any more about her expenses. But here's the deal. All right, so we know for a fact once she hits 70, she's going to get about $35,000 of Social Security. Again, assuming my numbers are correct, and they're probably pretty close. All right, I don't know what her mortgage balance is. I don't know. I don't know how much she owes on it. I don't know the equity in it. I don't know. Should she do Roth conversions? No. Don't do it. I mean, you can make an argument, and I would dispute this argument, that she should still do some Roth conversions this year because she's still married filing jointly this year. The year in which your husband dies, you're still married filing jointly. You're a single taxpayer next year. You can make an argument she should take advantage of this last year of being married filing jointly. I don't think that's worth it, man. And the reason I say is because you're still going to have to pay the taxes today on the front end of whatever Roth conversions you do for a benefit that you just don't know what the benefit is going to be. All right, so I don't know what her income needs are. I don't know what her expenses are. But I'm telling you, here's what she's obviously worried about the mortgage. Just do a flip and reverse mortgage. I don't get the animosity towards these things. If my wife is a widowed from me, and she's like basically worried, and she says, "Do I have to keep working?" Now I don't know if Judy likes her job or not. I don't know, but the mortgage is obviously on her concern. So let's just say, hear me out. You ready? She has $270,000 in an IRA. She's making $24,000 a year of income. I have no idea what her mortgage payment is. Let's say it's $1,500 a month. All right, so she has, of that $24,000 from Social Security, $18,000 is going to pay her mortgage. That only leaves her with $6,000. That's $500 a month. All right, so now she needs, we're going to say she needs to live off, I don't know, $44,000 a month. We'll just use that for example. $4,000 a month. So she needs to live off $4,000 a month, which is not including the mortgage, by the way, and she only has $500 coming from Social Security because the rest is going to pay her mortgage. And I'm assuming this includes Medicare, but just bear me out. That means she needs $3,500 a month from other sources. 35 times 12 is $42,000 on a $270,000 portfolio. That's a 15% distribution rate. That's bad. We can't have that. Can't have that, man. Even though she will be soon paying more, get more from her Social Security, but even when she's getting $36,000 a year or $3,000 a month from Social Security, if $1,800 of that is going to, or $1,500 of that is going to pay her her mortgage, she still only leaves her $1,500 a month after Social Security, after mortgage is considered. And if she needs $4,000 a month, minus the $1,500 she gets from Social Security, that's still $30,000 a year that she'll need from at that point, be a hell of a lot less than a $270,000 portfolio. It's still too high. The issue is you got to get rid of the mortgage debt. I don't know why people don't get this. The mortgage debt is a debt. I was talking to this guy yesterday, and he said, and I don't know if this is true or not. I have no reason to not believe him, but he says Dave Ramsey even says the debt of a mortgage isn't considered like the debt snowball thing. I said, really? Like that's not like. So my man said I don't have any debt, but he had a big mortgage. Like, well, you got a mortgage, man. That's debt. It's got to be paid. He said, yeah, Dave Ramsey doesn't consider that as part of your debt outstanding. I said, that's odd. I guarantee he does. And I was like, ugh. Anyway, can you have a house without a mortgage? Probably not, and that's okay. But can you have a house without a mortgage in retirement? Yes, it's called reverse mortgage. The only objections to reverse mortgages is that you'll have less to leave to your heirs. I'm sorry, I don't care. You might care. Okay, then don't do it because the equity is being reduced each and every month. That's just a fact. Now, it's a non-recourse debt, which means no matter what happens, the kids will not owe anything on that home when you die, no matter what. It's a non-recourse debt. So even if the house is only worth $300,000 at your death and the debt is $500,000, the kids don't owe anything. Now, they won't own anything either because you owe too much. But that's why you can only borrow 50% against the house, essentially, if that makes sense. Because of the way they set this up, they're not stupid. They don't want a bunch of freaking upside down mortgages that the federal government's got to eat. And we don't want that either as taxpayers. All right, so let's just assume, worst case scenario, you don't leave anything to your kids via your equity in your home. Okay, too bad, so sad. All right, part two of that is the fees are high. You ever looked at doing a freaking refi? Oh, I get cash out refinance that doesn't cost anything. Oh, so the bank's just altruistic, giving away the money. I get letters every day, no cost, no closing costs. Well, it's no closing costs because it's put in the fee of the interest rate of the debt. You're just amortizing over 30 years as opposed to paying up front. I don't have a problem with that, but let's not pretend there's no fees. Of course there's fees. The bank doesn't do things for free. The only drawback about a reverse mortgage that makes sense to me isn't all that stuff, because there's fees in everything you do. The drawback about a reverse mortgage is that if that is your long-term care thing, you're going to have less equity in which to sell your home to go to an assisted living facility. And that is a drawback. No other way around that. But in this case, with old Judy here, I'm like, I don't know what her expenses are, but she's going to not be able to retire if she has that mortgage, if my numbers are true. And I mean, look, I'm not saying they're true. I don't know. I'm only giving her $4,000 a month expense plus a $1,500 a month mortgage. I don't know if any of that's spot on or not. I don't know. But I do know that her Social Security, her income is $68,000 a year, and she said when her husband died, it reduced her income by about half. So I'm assuming my numbers are probably pretty correct. Her expenses are still there. Look, I'm not yelling at her. I just don't, this whole thing. Some of you guys will post stuff on reverse mortgages. Like I've lost a couple of people because my advocation of reverse mortgages, some people are just really upset. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. The fees are too high. You can do better in the market. What else they say? It's you're not going to leave as much equity. Okay. But for Judy here, so here's for you guys who aren't Judy. Man, you're sitting there and you're like, I want to, travel the world with my husband. If he's 12 years older than you and you're still digging ditches, you don't have time to waste, man. Life's too short. You don't have time to waste to enjoy traveling the seas of cheese with your husband, especially if he's older than you. Talking to another lady yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember, but she's like, I want to spend time with him. I said, I know. Yes, it might not look great in terms of how much you're leaving to your kids 30 years from now, but for heaven's sake, what if he dies? Freaking enjoy it. The years from 58 to 70 are primo years to have fun, or 60 to 72, however we want to look at it. But here's Judy's husband who died at 77. Heart conditions. And you know what else is, what's going to happen more and more as we go into the next couple of years? More and more heart conditions. And you know why. Safe and effective. I just hate the idea that all these people are out there and they have the financial resources to freaking enjoy the loving of their husbands and wives, but they don't take advantage of it because they're ignorant about it. Ignorant doesn't mean stupid. That just means they don't know. Or they're deliberately been told that these things are scams or whatever from reverse mortgages or what else? I don't even know what it is. But and on top of that, what if we have she has $270,000 in here. What if we have a 35% market crash? What happens to Judy then? It's nuts, man. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. There's not much she can do. Just do not take your own benefit yet, Judy. Take the survivor benefit at next February and then wait until take your own until you're 70. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. God bless.